doing, Crazy Hazy? Come. What are you doing? Are you having fun? Wow. So I got back from the gym and just rinsed off. I didn't wash my hair, but I just did my gym hair routine. And I wanted to let you guys know that on my Instagram, I have a whole tutorial for what I do for my hair when it's really, really sweaty from the gym, but I don't have time to wash it or I don't want to wash it because I try and only wash my hair twice a week. If you want to see that tutorial, it's on my Instagram in a highlight called Gym Hair. It's a late start to the day. We had quite the morning, but we are here now. Oh, that's you! That's you! Okay, don't fog up the lens. And Willa's just losing her marbles. She's so bored. So I'm gonna let her out on the deck. Oh my goodness. She's so happy to be outside. So this morning I walked to the gym. I wanted to get there by 9 o'clock because that's when my reservation was. Put on all my gear, walked to the gym, and I forgot my mask. I didn't have like a scarf or anything that I could use. And I ended up driving to the gym. I like cleaned off the car. I was just like, screw it, I'm gonna get there when I get there. I didn't have super long to do a workout, but I still did the 12-3-30 workout, which I'll probably talk about that a little bit later when I talk about our workout and diet and all that. You're all soaked, Hazy. Oh, this is Willa's little hospital suite. I've been tracking my food a little bit, especially to see how much protein I'm having, because I have more restrictions than the average person and definitely more restrictions than the average vegan because I have IBS. There's a lot of stuff that I can't tolerate in huge amounts, like beans and tofu and stuff, which are the high protein foods that vegans like to eat. So because of that, because of those restrictions, I have to be really mindful about getting enough protein. So I'm actually fine with gluten, so I eat a lot of seitan. I do protein powder pretty much every day just to make sure, because I'm going to the gym and I'm trying to build muscle, I want to make sure that I am getting enough protein in to facilitate that. Okay, so I have a headache from having no food or coffee, so I think I'm just gonna make a protein smoothie. I was gonna make the blueberry pie oatmeal from my first cookbook, but I just don't think I have the patience for that right now. So I'm gonna make a smoothie, and then I'm gonna make coffee, and I'll show you guys what I put in my protein smoothies currently. It looks kind of gross. I have some almond milk, one frozen banana, some overnight oats, like chocolate overnight oats that I had left over. So normally I do just regular oats, but I just did 2 tablespoons of those instead to use them up. A tablespoon of nut and seed butter from Costco, and then I'll do 3 tablespoons of the Tropica salted caramel protein and a little bit of ice. Oh, it's so creamy. So I find adding oats on their own can be a little bit gritty, but if you add overnight oats or soaked oats to your smoothies, it makes them so thick and so creamy, and it's so good. So it's a good way to use up leftover overnight oats or chia seed pudding or anything you might have. So I'm probably going to sit down with my computer for a little bit, check my emails, because it's 11. Oops. And then I am going to plan out the recipes that I am making for the blog today. I'm very excited to test these recipes, and then I'll do my call, and then after my call I'll probably get the recipes done. Instagram story. Whew. Even with bubbly milk, she's real cute. You guys should definitely follow me on Instagram if you don't, because I do latte art every single day. And lots of people say it's like their favorite part of the morning, so there you go. Didn't let the shot sit. I did the milk first. And I don't have any sweetener in it, and it's quite a bit sweeter. I actually love when actual baristas give me tips because I've never been a barista, but clearly I feel like I should have been. Okay, so my potatoes are cooking for the recipe, so I thought while I'm waiting for them, now is as good a time as any to just do a little brief chat about the diet and lifestyle changes that Greg and I have made this year. Things happen when there's a worldwide pandemic. We, like a lot of people, pretty much did no activity save for taking our dogs for a walk when we absolutely had to. Eating more comfort food, and I was eating when I wasn't hungry. I was eating a lot of foods that I knew weren't good for me and that didn't make me feel good. And honestly, what it boils down to is we just developed unhealthy habits and kind of pushed it aside because it just wasn't the most important thing. Like, I knew that my body was changing. I knew my clothes were fitting tighter. I knew deep down that I wasn't taking care of myself. But by the time December rolled around, it was the night after Greg's sister's birthday and we had had some drinks and food. I just out of the blue was like, I really don't feel great. I don't feel myself. I don't recognize my body anymore. Everything feels different. I feel like I've aged 5 years in the span of 5 months. And Greg was like, okay, same. We should do something about it. I have never stuck to a diet or a workout type thing ever. I've never like tried to lose weight or tone up or go to the gym really. Like, I've never been consistent with anything. The only thing I've ever been consistent with was dance when I was younger, but I've never ever been into fitness. I hate running. It's just like not worth the mental strain for me, so I just never really stuck with anything. And I didn't know where to start. Like, when Greg said, what should we do about it, I genuinely was like, I don't know. So one thing that I thought of, I was like, we should just try and do something active every day, like move our bodies in some way every day, because I felt like if I said, you know, I want to work out 3 times a week, I kind of knew that that wasn't going to work for me, because I would spend a lot of time probably in my head like figuring out, you know, what days of the week I'm going to do it and scheduling like the days off, and just it felt too complicated in my head. Let's just like, no, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna do something every single day, which means no rest days, but also if I'm, you know, if one day I only do yoga, that kind of is considered a rest day, you know what I mean? So I was just like, no, I'm just gonna do something active every single day. So then between like December 14th, which is when we started that, and January 1st, I was doing yoga some days, I was going around the block some days, and then January 2nd hit and I was on TikTok and I came across Lauren Giraldo's TikTok about 12-3-30, which is a treadmill workout where basically you put the incline at 12, the speed at 3, and you do it for 30 minutes. So I booked my first gym reservation and I went and did that workout and I loved it. Like, I have never enjoyed cardio, or I thought I never did, but I think I just didn't really like running or HIIT, like high intensity interval training, and I never stuck with anything long enough to get good enough at it that I didn't feel like I wanted to die. This was the first time that something was really hard, but I felt like it was something that I actually enjoyed doing. So it's been exactly a month now and I just look forward to it. I don't do it every single day because sometimes I can't book the gym, but I would say I probably do it 5 or 6 times a week. And yeah, it's just something I look forward to. I listen to music or an audiobook or a podcast, and that 30 minutes is just like my 30 minutes for me. So it's been not only good for my physical health, but really good for my mental health as well. And then I also started doing some strength training. I have the TammyFit app, so I started doing the workouts from there. I can't believe that I've stuck with it this long. Like, it's actually crazy to me that I have done something active every single day for like a month and a half. And then diet-wise, we just started eating smaller meals and then snacks in between when we need them. And I never really snacked before, but I like it so much more because, again, with my IBS, if I eat too much at once, I definitely get bloated more easily. By eating smaller meals plus working out, it has helped my digestion so much, and I just feel so good every day when I go to bed and every day when I wake up. But it's just so positively impacted our whole life, and everything has just gotten so much better since we started doing it. So that's the update. I'm going to go check on my potatoes now, and then I have my Zoom call in an hour, so I will check back in after that. Do you miss your sister, Willa? Aww. Hazel, I know you're getting ready to jump. Don't do it. Best buddies. Oh yeah, and I didn't explain in this video, so if you don't follow me on Instagram, you might not know why Willa's leg is like this. She partially tore her CCL, which is like the ACL in human knees. So we went and we got her surgery done. So it's a 12-week recovery. She has to be carried up and down all stairs. No running, jumping, getting on furniture, anything like that, playing with other dogs. And then she gets more x-rays to make sure that it's healing properly. And then during that time, they're also doing kind of like physio type things. It's gonna be rough. We are on day 6. She finished her pain meds, which were the ones that kind of like sedated her and knocked her out completely. Now she's on some anti-anxiety ones, which are just supposed to keep her from wanting to be crazy, but she is a super high energy dog, so she's a little bit crazy anyway. That's why she's kind of cornered off in this little area, because I mean, if she's just loose in the house, like we'd have to block off all the furniture and all the stairs and everything. So this is the finished dish. It looks so good. So it's like boiled potatoes with a dressing made of olive oil, Dijon, dill, lemon juice, salt, garlic, and it tastes amazing. Not the healthiest lunch to ever exist, but honestly, not terrible, and it's gonna taste really, really good. So I have some bread, fresh made from a local bakery, so good. With a little bit of vegan mayo, some spinach, a chicken schnitzel patty that I made from the Edgy Veg website, and some ketchup. And then I just have some of those lemon dill potatoes. I just had my Zoom call, and I was all nervous because I always get nervous before any type of call. But every single time I'm reminded when it's over that it's really not a big deal, and yeah, it's never as bad as you think it's gonna be. It's never really bad at all, actually. These potatoes are so good. Turned out so well. So the next recipe I'm doing is a pasta recipe. Okay, so this is what our shooting setup looks like. This is what our photo setup will look like. I'll insert a photo of what this ends up looking like because I know it's hard to envision it. I hadn't cooked with red wine ever before this. I've only ever cooked with like vodka and white wine, but red wine and stuff like this is like so good. Simmered with bay leaves, and then there's fresh basil, and there's mushrooms and some vegan beef, garlic, and cheese. Oh yeah, so you add shredded cheese in at the end, and it like melts into the sauce and just makes it so creamy. It's only $4.21, and I don't think I want this for dinner today. I'll probably save it for lunch tomorrow. I think I'm gonna have stir fry for dinner, but last bite. Wow, it's so good. Okay, one more bite. Is it okay, so it's like pretty much dark out, so the lighting's not gonna be ideal. But for dinner, I made a stir fry with my seitan chicken nuggets. This recipe's on my blog, and then just like king oyster mushrooms shredded up, bok choy, yu choy, and then I have some coconut rice under there, and I'm just gonna put on this teriyaki sauce and some plum sauce. This is like my favorite meal ever, and I've had it every night this week. But I just love stir fry, and I love this chicken recipe, so ta-da! And I've been sneaking bites of this pasta because it's so freaking good. I know. Okay, so thank you for tuning in to this vlog. If I have anything else tonight, like dessert-wise, I'll try and remember to show it, but we're just gonna sit down and watch New Girl, and the dogs have been fed, and our dinner's ready, so I'm gonna end the vlog here. But again, thank you guys for hanging out with me on this blizzard stay-at-home day. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, you can put them below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!